It was a good thing that I didn't stay on my other job. I was going to get a nap in. So, and I definitely didn't need that too. So, so. And then it was also a good thing that I didn't stay till 5 because I have to be on my second job at 5, not 5:30. Um, so I got to get a nap in. That's supposed. So before I be staying on my other job, I always make sure I tell them, two things. Let me check my schedule, and then let me um let me check with my mom. Cause now tomorrow I'm going to now 7. It might be like a 7 to 3. I don't know. I might just work. I basically get to do my own hours tomorrow. Cause I was told to just come in and get someone on the week. No. Oh, hi Joshua. Well, I got a little kid to it. Oh, okay. So the storm, I don't know if it was supposed to have happened already or if it's happening, but it's not bad out here. Ariel, that I live in, it's not bad out here. Lord, please tell me. I'm gonna do it again. Oh, oh, wait. Do it. No, it's not have to work. Oh, guys, so I was able to take a nap. I needed it. I definitely did need a nap. So it's a good thing that I did not stay at my job until 5 because I needed to really get some sleep in. The music, and I found myself dozing off. Right, I said, set my alarm clock for like 4:15. For me, right, like I personally always like to check my schedule to make sure that you know I go to work on time and everything of that nature. If it's now, it's not bad here. It's not bad here at all. And it's crazy because I went to the grocery store to go get something. And baby, let me tell you, them lines, you would have thought it was a freaking snowstorm. I said, why is it so packed in here? So the young lady that I asked, she was like, is this supposed to be a storm? I said, it's just water. Like people in the line was cracking up. I'm like, yo, it's just water. Like what? But okay. Again, I look at things different from other people. I could be. I wouldn't have had different. I'm pretty sure my second job will let me start now and watch this. No, see, I don't see. No. And I'm eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And you're not so crazy. I was not, and I was tired. And that's when I said, "Oh no, I need to take a nap." And I knew that I had enough time to go too tight in my thing. Oh, Yo, real talk. The feds be heavy in this area. No cap. Real heavy. I'm like, oh, Let me slow that down a little bit. Oh, could hear I'm tired, but it's not as bad as it was earlier. Watch that car better not go. Please don't. I see you, sir. I'm not gonna hit you. I like to make sure that people kids get home safely, regardless of what age you are. Obviously, you're not my child, but you're somebody else's child. I don't care how old you are. Don't judge me. That's just me being me. I was about to say, baby girl. Before I go to work, I'm grabbing my bottle of water. Yes, I am. I'm gonna be just your comment in a second, Joshua. Let me just get to my destination so I can get my bottle of water. I get a bottle of water from here every time before I go to work. Like I told you, the bottle of water is cheaper. Oh, baby, your lights ain't on, sweetheart. I'm about to cut my car off and I'm still driving. That's how you know I'm tired. That part. Oh, maybe I'll be able to get in and out today with my bottle of water. I mean, not enough and running off the road all the time. I work way more than enough, but I just take it 3 hours. But I did just listen. We don't need you. She'll be coming around the mountain. When she comes, we don't need that, okay? So we don't need you doing none of that. God, if I look crazy, I do apologize, but this is just my day. You know what I think is first. Hi, one family. You know what I think is precious? I think it's precious when, and if you think about it nowadays, right? People work a lot. And I think that in a relationship, that adult quality time is extremely important because you never want to lose the love. You never want to lose the entrance. You never want to lose the love. So I think that when people work in the way that they work, sometimes they may forget about date nights and things like that. He said, well, bills got to get paid some. Listen, I know that part because I am the advocate for that. You already know I am. Bills, bills, right? I never want someone to get so worked up and work with trying to keep, the bills paid and to where they lose the sight of that quality time with each other. Sometimes I feel that with the way things are going up nowadays, sometimes you lose sight of that because your concern is, getting the bills paid, putting food on the table, putting clothes on kids' back, or putting clothes on your back, and making sure that, you got car insurance, or you got registration, or you have a car. Sometimes you just lose sight of each other. And that's why I'm a really big advocate on, family staying together. And if you have a relationship, just trying to work it out because at the end of the day, I'm with you because I care. My alarm went off. Hold on. Things of that nature. Set an alarm clock for 4:53.
It's 9:23 p.m.
Huh? So, yeah, not bologna sandwiches. I like fried bologna, but mad lettuce though. And somehow getting fried here, which hmm, oh, here we go. I think that it's extremely important for people to just know, about each other. I know what you're saying though. I've been divorced for over 5 years, so the struggle is definitely real. And that's my thing. My heart genuinely goes out to people that have, someone else and they're working jobs and they're still struggling. I feel that, that can have a lot of tension and a lot of stress in a relationship because, a woman might want to go on date nights and the man want to make sure that the bills get paid. So I understand both perspectives, but I do believe that this is where you come together and you have that calm, cool, collected conversation. Because me, I would be so concerned even missing a day. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna pick up seven to probably like 2:45, right? And mind you, I'm supposed to be off, but I'm gonna pick it up anyway. My mindset is, working. So if I were to be dating someone and if they were to say, hey, can we go out tomorrow? I would say, hey, I can't because I have to work both jobs. And that would start to irritate somebody at the bar. So I get it. I get it. I definitely do get it. But I do believe that, there could be some type of compromise. That's why for me, my home is my safe space. My home is my peace. So I get, everybody don't always want to be home. So I get that. I get it. I acknowledge it. But if I could do something special for you at my home, like cook dinner, give you a back massage, like some candles with some music, or we could watch a movie, just something small. I would give you my time, but I would just need you to be understanding of, hey, I do have bills, I do have a son. So, this fairy tale relationship that you might want, I may not be able to give it to you because I have to work. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much just my perspective on it. And sometimes It genuinely just takes time to fix a relationship, to heal from a relationship, to grow together. But the way things are going up now, it's kind of hard to have that type of quality time. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not always easy. That's why I tell people I definitely can understand when there starts to become issues or concerns or problems in a relationship. Because sometimes things are just touchy subjects or such touchy topics, and you probably don't want to talk about it. You're like, oh well, no, I gotta work. Or for me, I'm really big on quality time, and I would love to be able to have quality time with somebody. But again, I can't ask you for something that I can't give you. It's not fair to you, and it's not fair to me. And right now, I don't have the time to give somebody, so I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh my goodness, I want a man, I want a man, I want a man, I want a man. Baby, I can't give you 2 minutes of a conversation. I love being home probably because I'm never there. That part. And then sometimes when you get home, you kind of just want to be there by yourself. Like, no disrespect to anybody, but sometimes you just want to be like, okay, you could just be like, all right, listen, we got to try another day because I'm tired. I'm home. Sometimes you just want to just be home. So, you really got to talk to somebody. It's going to be a tough type of conversation that's going to have to be had. So, but I get it. No, I get it. So I definitely do get it. And that's what I'm saying. You get home and you don't want to do nothing. And that's the funny part, right? Brings me back to the dude I was dealing with for 6 years. I would take the time out of my day. Honest to God. I would go to Target or I predominantly, excuse me, would go to Target and see like, what type of candles they have, like with scents, see like things of that nature. And I think I lit a candle. That's when I had wooden floors. I didn't have the carpet. Hi Raymond. Oh, you spaced it. Hello. Oh, never mind. And I had lit a candle. That's when I had the wooden floors. I didn't have my carpet yet, and I had I think a few blankets because I knew that wooden floors they're hard, and I didn't want to hurt his back. So I lit the candle, had the pillows, like did the blanket and everything for him. Mind you, I'm tired as all triple L, but I knew that this is what he wanted. I knew that these are things that he liked. So I found the time to, and I found the energy to have to stay awake and, massage your back and do things like this for you. And then it's like, boom, you hit me with this. That's crazy. But, you know, long story short, what I'm saying is I would take the time out of my day and my energy that I didn't have to give to you. And I would give it, I would always want to give this man the very best of me whenever he sees me. But sometimes I'll just say, listen, tired, like I can't do it tonight. There was a lot of times he was tired. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, I get it. Because one thing I gotta give him, I gotta give credit where credit due. This man works, okay? This man busts his ass when he works, okay? As long as me all day. Okay, now I give him that. So him wanting to come to my home to have a back massage and have a good night, I get it. I understand that energy, I understand that mindset. At the same time, my thing is you can't sit there and neglect my feelings on what you're doing that's making me feel away. Like I understand you're tired. So there was a lot of times when I did want to have deeper conversations with him and I couldn't get them, with him. So I don't feel bad about anything that occurred because I know I didn't do anything wrong. I'm trying to respect your space, your energy, your aura, your vibe, and mind you, like I wanted to make sure that my space was comforting for him because he was at my home. So I want to make sure that you feel, comfortable, secure in my home. You know what I'm saying? And safe in my home. So there was never a word that he ever had to have come inside my home. You see what I'm saying? So, I gave you that energy, I gave you that time, and I gave you the very best of me. So, and again, I would be tired, but I wouldn't let him see it. You understand what I'm saying? So, giving him that and doing all these things for him and knowing that he just did what he did the way that he did it, it just wasn't called for because I could have gave this man the world if he would have let me. Pertaining to just being a good woman, being loyal, being right to die for you, all those things I could have been. But you took it for granted because of a conversation, which means which did I say makes? Which makes absolutely no sense. I always catch when I say something wrong, 19 out of 10. What I wanted, he didn't want. So, and that is what it is. But I still gave you my energy. I just feel like this at the end of the day. Me knowing what I wanted with you, I wanted to show you, okay, I have feminine moments. I can be that woman. I can have my body, just for you. This could be your playground. You understand what I'm saying? So it was things of that nature, you know? So I always kept it fresh to death. Always kept everything nice and shaved just for him. Okay, always definitely try to stay pretty and beautiful. Always. And that took a lot of energy out of me too. Cause I would be like, Lord, I'm in the bathroom forever. I'm tired. I just want to get out. I'll just keep it, nice and tight and beautiful and fresh, and clean. I never complained about nothing because I knew that I barely got to see him. So, like when he would come, I would want him to come over and have a good time. But again, I still would have to tell you how I feel about something you did maybe 3 months ago or 4 months ago. But I don't want you to neglect my feelings in it when I'm, doing these things for you. But they got neglected. They got neglected, and it's cool. It's fine. I'm not mad at it. It's just a lesson learned. But it goes to show me that I can work the way that I work and still give you this energy and still give you my time and still try to perk up and be this woman. You know what I'm saying? So if I could do that for you, then I'm not gonna do it for somebody else who actually wants it. So it's pretty much that. And people always say, be careful who you have in your home or excuse me, in your space, your aura, your energy, things of that nature. And I wish I never gave him my energy. I wish I never dealt with him in the beginning because of the way that he treated me. Like I genuinely wish I could rewind and just not even start liking him, to be honest with you. There's a lot of things that he presented to me that I liked in a man. And then, towards the presentation time, it fell short. With he never held my hand, he never held me while we were sleeping. There's a lot of things he never did that I wanted, and a lot of things that he wanted, I noticed that I did. So that's why I tell people I learned from that. I didn't know, I definitely didn't know. And that's why I said I wish it didn't take me 6 years to figure this out. And I wish that's why I'm saying the way that him and I ended, it didn't have to be that way. When you could have just had a simple conversation, and to me, trying to put me on blast with something that never occurred or that never happened or the assumption that you had in your mind. I don't want to say a real man, but I feel that a man that actually cared would have put me to the side and had a conversation with me. You understand what I'm saying? And had said, hey, what was that? And then that's when I could have been like, oh, just somebody that I know. Then my question would have been, what are we doing? It's been 6 years. If you don't want me, then I don't want to do this anymore. Like it's a game, it's like hopscotch. You jump in, you jump out. when you want to. And I was a fool for letting you do that for 6 years. I have to take full accountability for it. And I do. I just genuinely don't like how I gave you that energy. I gave you that time when I was tired. I could have saved it for somebody who deserved it. And I don't want to get on here and speak ill will on this person, and I'm not going to, but he didn't deserve it. Not the way that he treated me, not the way he handled things, not the way I always got looked at as a liar or the bad guy when that was never the case. So, no, of course I wish him well. And 6 years is a long time. You see what I'm saying? So me waiting for you to be ready for something that I want to because that's what you presented. He talked a good game. Give him that. Talked a real good game. I give him that. But I just really genuinely hope that whoever he gets with next, he does want a relationship with them. He does take them out. He does do date night. He does hold her hand. He does come to the car to meet her when she comes to his house late. He does call her and check on her every day. These are things he never did for me. So I'm genuinely hoping that the next woman he gets with, I'm hoping he does do these things for her because, you know, she deserves it. And whoever his future, missus is, baby, I wish you nothing but the best. And I hope that this man makes you happy and I hope that you make him happy. That's all. There's never no ill will or no bad blood towards me. You you made your bed, you gotta lie in it, and I made my bed, and now I gotta lie in it. That's all it is. I'm not gonna sit there and harp on you or call you and text you. Lord knows I wanted to because I darn sure I wanted to ask some questions, but I see, baby girl, it ain't worth it. Leave that alone, boo. Because when somebody show you who they are, baby, you got to believe it, boo. That part. And I think for me, that's why it genuinely bothered me because it didn't have to be that way. It didn't. You could have just said, hey, what you want. I don't want it right now, or hey, I'm afraid to have it right now. I just wish he would have said something instead of basically stringing me along in a sense because he would say, oh, I want to be with you. I want to show you the man that I can be. Okay, well, then show me. No, don't talk about it. Show me the man that you could be. You keep saying that you could be this great man. And I personally do believe that this man can be great. And that's probably why I stay so long because I seen it in him. I see he could be a great man. I see he could be a great provider. I see he could be a great protector. I see this man could be a great dad. I see this man is a great worker. Like, there's a lot of good things that I see in this man. That's why whoever gets him next, like I genuinely hope that he sees, the woman that cares, for you and about you. And I genuinely care. You understand what I'm saying? He never cared. Ever. All right? That's why I think for me, if he's willing to have a conversation, I would have it because I'm such on the level of I see who you are. And if you need this closure conversation, which is sounding like more I need the closure conversation, I'm cool to have it. And I'm gonna tell you this. If I am with somebody around the time that he wants to have a conversation, if he does ever want to have a conversation, I'm going to be very honest and let him know, listen, I am with somebody. I told him that you wanted to have a conversation, so let's have a conversation. Like I said, everyone is going to have an introduction to who everyone is in my life and what role you play in my life. Sweet, you look beautiful. Share 5,400 comments and love. Thank you, babes. Thank you. So I'm here whenever you want to have the conversation. That's all. But I'm not willing to accept, anybody's lies or anybody's nonsense. And then it's crazy because the dude that I've known for like 10, 12 years, I haven't seen him or spoken to him. So I'm hoping that me and him are good. I did reach out and apologize to him on behalf of what had happened. I just haven't seen him and I don't know. I know he said that, me and him were good, which I love. I don't want to date somebody or speak to somebody that's going to bring problems into my friendships. That's something that you guys know I dread so bad. And I'm hoping that, if I, see him, it could still be, hey, how you doing? How's your daughter? How's your son? How's your wife? Something so simple. You know what I mean? Just an innocent platonic conversation. I don't want to lose my friends because of the person that I'm with. And I darn sure enough don't want to lose my best friend. So, and I always look at it as I'm blessed that I didn't end my friendships because I would have been struggling having to find somebody to pick up no or drop no off, but yet you left for months at a time. So I would have been doing all these things for you that you wanted, but you would have been gone, you know? So there was no balance for me. I was darned if I do, if I was darned if I didn't. So, I had to do what was best for me in that moment, which was I had to make sure that I had somebody to help me with my son. So, I love you guys. I'm gonna go because I gotta go to work. And I'll see you guys in the next time. Have a good day. Oh, I gotta go. Hi. Well, I got maybe 2 minutes. I got 2 minutes, Victor. So my thing is, if you see that somebody does not want you the way that you want them, don't waste your time with them, okay? And I genuinely mean that because you deserve to be with somebody who wants your energy, who wants to be around you, who wants your spirit, who wants your body, who wants your mind, your soul, who wants you the same way you want them. Never sit up here and lust on anybody because baby, they not worth it. At the end of the day, put God first and let the rest follow. When you know that somebody is using you and that they not into you the way you into them, don't think that you can change them because baby, you can't. Believe me, I know. You don't want to waste time. My thing is time is precious. Time waits for no one. If someone does not want what you want and you know what you want, baby, let them go because they ain't gonna do nothing but drag you for years to come when the man that's in front of you could be your future mister or it could be your future missus, okay? Don't wait for nobody. Do what's best for you. No matter how bad you think it's gonna hurt you, in the long run, you deserve to be happy. And let them live their life, you know? Who knows what's gonna happen to them? You focus on you. You worry about you. You keep you in mind. Not even being disrespectful, but I understand that relationships are important and it's about each other. But if you don't want me the way that I'm presenting that I want you, I'm not gonna wait for you. I mean, I'm not gonna sit up here and wait for you to get it together, or you need a minute, or you're going through something. Well, then, baby, you're gonna have to go through it with God by yourself, because you're not gonna drag me down. I'm sorry, but because if I'm going through something, I want to go through it with you. I want you to be, my shoulder to lean on, my shoulder to cry on, or my ear that, just I can listen to, or, you can listen to, whatever the case may be. But I want you to be there. I don't want you to leave. If we in this, then we in it together. What you go through, I go through. What you in, I'm in. Let's talk about it. We can figure it out together, not by yourself. That's how a relationship works, people. Jesus. I love you guys. I'm gonna go. Please put you first with whatever you're going through. If you're going through something like I went through, leave it alone or let it go and focus on you. Bye, you guys. I love you. Have an amazing, what's today? Sunday? Sunday. Bye, guys. Going to work.